All right, so here we are with this moron, Ernie, straight piece of shit. Um, this is, I think this is live from yesterday. Yeah, I think it's like, I don't know, they said like 18 or 19 hours ago or some shit like that. So he talks about, nonsense the whole time. All right, I'm only going to play a little bit of it because from everything I listen to, it's just like typical Ernie. He's crying about sleeping on the pavement, which, it's nobody's fault but his. But he tries to turn it into this, like, you know, uh, big noble fucking cause, this big great thing, this, what did he say? Humbling experience, right? Um, but he goes on to say that homeless people stay homeless. They're content and comfortable to be homeless, and they don't want anything more. So that's why they're homeless. Now, I'm pretty sure, you know, homeless people aren't just like content and happy and comfortable to be homeless. I'm sure you could probably find, a handful here and there that don't want to do or be anything else. They're just living and enjoying the freedom, I guess you could say, of it. But I think it's safe to say that 99% of them would love to be able to have home to go to, fucking work, normal things in life, family, not have to sleep out, on the fucking pavement, to, have to wait for stores to open up in the morning so that they could, use the bathroom or something like that. Anyways, so he cries about, the pavement. He says some creepy shit, some 50 Shades of Grey shit. He's like, "Give me a bar or a pole, I'll show you how to make them scream." Like, that's some fucking weird, creepy ass shit, Ernie. You're a fucking real stone cold weirdo. He threatens to make some strikes, throw some strikes at some channels or something like that. Again, he's just always making threats. He lies about blocking people. Like, you go over there and say anything on his in his chat or in his comments, they'll block you and ban you, whatever. But he's like, oh yeah, I've always been nice and open minded and respectful. Anybody comes over here, I let him talk. No, the fuck you don't. No, the fuck you don't. You absolutely do not. What's the other thing he says? He says something about rap. He's really upset about rap. Um, Mind you, rap's in jail. Rap hasn't gone live talking about Ernie, none of that stuff. He hasn't been streaming Ernie because he can't, because he's in jail. I'm not talking shit about Rap. What I'm saying is Ernie is so fixated and hates this kid so fucking much that, excuse me, months after Rap's been in jail, Ernie is still picking at him, still going after him, still, throwing jabs in there and shit like that. He absolutely hates him. And, all Rap did, all we've ever done, uh, and like I mean as like the opposite side of Ernie's. You know what I mean? Like anybody that goes against Ernie or calls him out. That's what I mean. But all we've ever done is use his own words, his own live streams, his own lies against him, and he hates it. He hates it. Majority of the stuff that Rap used was open source material. Like he just Googled it and found stuff. And then the other stuff, um, that we found was because Ernie was lying about it on his live streams. And then we go, oh, okay, well then let's check that. Like all of his uh, lies about his championship fighting and all this shit, like all that stuff was all lies. All of his, training in a gym, won some championship in the gym. I personally have the emails from the person who owns the gym where Ernie says he was a championship fighter at that gym, and the guy says to me, "I don't know who the fuck he is. We've never had that guy here. There is no such thing as that competition. It's only for a members type of thing, and it's like it didn't have anything to do with anybody named Ernie. Nobody. You couldn't just show up and be in this competition, basically." Anyways, so I'm gonna press play, and I'm gonna let this idiot lie for a second, and then I'm gonna, I'll make my point.
Did. A lot of you did. You guys don't even understand behind the scenes what the fuck's going on even right now. And you all play into it daily. Fucking daily. You people in the bushes right now, I know who you are.
No, you don't.
I know who's in the bushes right now watching. You play into the shit daily. And you don't even understand that you're in it. You don't understand you're in it. But you're in it.
What the fuck did... No.
I tell you what. I've been going to jail for 2 years now, right? Has it been 2 years yet? Hell, we got a year and a half, whatever. Why the fuck ain't I in jail? Somebody tell me why I ain't in jail.
Because you're on the run.
If I'm so wanted and this bad criminal out here, the fuck, hey, go get some U.S. Hey, Marshals, U.S. Marshals, come on, there you go. Because
Come on, Ernie. We know. If you called it, we know how you are around police, bud. We saw you cry before they even tased you. Oh, come on, God, please don't. But you're supposed to be this big, badass fucking outlaw, right? I never met a fucking outlaw that cried when the cops got near him. I never met no fucking outlaw that begged the fucking cop, please. Nah, man. Any one of my fucking boys, any one of the people I ever ran with when the cops came, nothing. They get nothing. You don't even get my fucking name. You don't get shit. But you're this fucking outlaw, right? You're this fucking outlaw, but I never met an outlaw that cried as much as you do.
it's literally slap on the wrist shit. It ain't like I went out there. I didn't go out there and fucking kill someone. I didn't go and rob someone at gunpoint. I didn't go and stab someone. I didn't do none of that shit. I didn't go and rape anyone, even though we know who did. I didn't go and try to abuse a child, anything like that. Right? Now, those things will get those bad boys after you. They'll get the jump out guys. You know what a jump out guy is? Who knows what a jump out guy is? Who knows what that is?
I do.
Does anybody know what that is?
I do.
Huh? Anybody know what a jump out person is?
Yes.
I'll tell you what it is. They're a bounty hunter.
No.
You can't escape with a bounty hunter unless you want yourself and you know what you're doing.
And that's not you.
Simple. I'm on America's Most Wanted.
All right. So, a jump out boy is not a fucking bounty hunter, you asshole. A jump out boy is the undercovers, the fucking narcs, and the feds that work in the inner city and high drug market areas. Those are jump out boys. They're the motherfuckers that pull up in the unmarked fucking cars. You don't even got a chance to fucking turn around or none of that shit, because the other part of the jump out boys are fucking standing right next to you. They're the motherfuckers that look like they're coming up to cop with you, that they're coming up to buy the drugs with you, and then there's about 15 people buying drugs at the same time, and before the fucking drugs even hit your hand, practically, they're already on you. As soon as you turn around and walk away from buying that fucking drug, and then they jump out. That's why they're called the fucking jump out boys. Bounty hunters ain't called no fucking jump out boys. Maybe in your fucking mind they are, but not in any. You go to any fucking city, any fucking town across the fucking country. You say, yo, what's that jump out boy? Nobody's gonna fucking say bounty hunter. You know why? Because nobody calls fucking bounty hunters jump out boys, except for your retarded ass. And the reason you're not in jail is because you're on the fucking run, Ernie. And they're not going to come after you. That's not how any of this works, Mr. fucking bounty hunter. If you were a fucking bounty hunter, you would notice. You would understand that. That's not how any of that shit works. Excuse me. They're not going to come out looking for you, dang. Ernie Shell is not somebody they're going to be like, oh, we need... You know who gets them people coming out immediately? It's the people that... Like that Cavalcante kid. The people that escaped. Somebody that was like... I don't like to say... I can't really say it. But the mass... events. I don't want to, because you can't say that shit on YouTube. Those are the ones that call for the feds to come and the jump out boys. They're not going to come out there for you. I mean, he's right in some aspect of it, but the way that he's selling it is not. He's making it seem like it's something. He's making it seem like he's completely innocent. And, they're not going to come after me because it's a slap on the wrist. No, asshole. They're not going to come after you because who the fuck has the resources to track down one fucking man? Okay? Why would they come after you? That's not how any of this works. Time is on their side, all right? Like I said it before. You're nut ass has to get lucky every fucking day. They only have to get lucky once. And it'll happen. It'll happen when you majority of the time it'll happen when you least expect it. Um I mean, look, I have gotten caught like just pulling out of the driveway. My old state parole officer, he pulled up like he was he hit the e-brake and cut the wheel to try and block the whole fucking road. I'm not fucking running. First of all, dude looked like he was fucking he looked identical to Howie Long. So I'm not out running that cocksucker for anything. That motherfucker was big as shit. I would not. Plus, he didn't like me. I didn't like him either. We always pop shit back to each other. So I didn't want to give him any chance to fucking tackle me and take me out. Oh yeah, speaking of tackles, this was mentioned on Jimbo's, but there's this guy. he goes all right. So like he's a big guy. He's a big black guy. I forget that. I think it's like big time or prime time, big prime time, something like that. What he does is he goes out. He gets paid or he does it, for free or whatever. But he goes. There's these deadbeat dads, and you know how like in football when the fucking defenseman or whatever, they fucking tackle somebody, they just drill them, they hit them, and they fly. This dude does that shit, and it's hilarious. But I imagine if I would have ever given my PO a reason to fucking tackle me like that, he would have. He would, yeah. He fucking. Anyways, um, but yeah, that's not how any of this shit works, Ernie. You'll get caught, and your people will be out more medallions. They'll be out whatever, subscriptions that they have for you or whatever kind of scam that you have going on. Like this is back and better than ever and rebuilding yourself. I don't see like I guess it's good ultimately to want to do better, but until you get this shit sorted out, you starting over is pointless. For real, because I mean, like you could be up, everything could be doing good, and then whoever you're with makes a wrong turn, or you're at the wrong spot at the wrong time, and they need to fucking run your shit and your fucking name and all that shit, and then you're booked, you're gone, and then months later you go, I'm back, I'm better than ever, and all types of prison bitch and all that shit, but I'm gonna let him go for a little bit longer.
Going to prison, and so they're going to throw me under the jail. They're going to put me under it, guys. What am I going to do? Holy shit, I'm going to have to be friends with ramen noodles and shit, right? I'm going to have to make me a brick. You know what a brick is, right? I know all that shit. I have to go out in the prison yards and go and get me at the fence and cut me a few wires, about 4 or 5, and go back to the room.
How you going to cut it, Ern? How the fuck you going to cut a piece of a fence, Ern? Huh? How the fuck you going to cut it? Explain to me that. How are you going to go out and touch a fucking fence in a goddamn prison yard and pluck a piece of fucking fence off of it, huh? First of all, the majority of the fences in any fucking prison yard have sensors on them. So if you go up to it and start touching it and moving it around, it sets off a fucking alarm. And then, boop, they're right on you. So, no, sorry. A brick, you mean, well, in Pennsylvania, well, in the 215 area code over in Philly, we call them chi-chis. The brick, I mean, that doesn't sound very appetizing, does it? I mean, a chi-chi sounds like, yo, let me get up in that shit. I want some of the chi-chis. A brick, I mean, that sounds like something Ernie would put together. It sounds like an Ernie Shell meal, a brick.
Damn cell and fucking straighten them out on the concrete floor and get them together and have to heat them and everything, right? You have to use electrical. Yeah, you have to do that shit, right?
You're full of shit, dude. You are so full of shit. You don't know a goddamn thing you're talking about. So you just went from stealing pieces of fences, right? What were you going to make, a shank? Okay, let's say Ernie was going to make a shank. How the fuck, like I said, how you going to get it off the fence? You take it back in, now you have to sharpen it. Do you know how you're going to sharpen it on the floor without anybody else asking you, yo, what the fuck are you doing sharpening that shit? You think you're going to scrape something on the floor in the middle of the fucking day? In the middle of the day? Let's say you try to do it in the middle of the day, Ernie. How many times do you think you're going to be able to scrape that thing before somebody says, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Now, I'm not even talking about the COs or any of that. The other inmates, they're gonna come because you think they're gonna let you make a fucking weapon? Because then that puts them in danger. No, none of that. So you're definitely not making a fucking shank out of it. So What are you talking about with the elect? What are you talking about making a stinger? So you're gonna you're telling me you're gonna make a stinger out of pieces of fence? What are you gonna use? What do you? I don't understand. What are you just gonna put the metal right into the fucking socket? You could do it with your nail clippers, but you fuck you. God forbid them things come. The two pieces of fence come close. What are you trying to say? You're melding. I mean, you're welding the fucking two pieces of metal together with electricity, Ernie. You don't know anything you're talking about, man. Stop trying to pretend like you're everything that you're not.
I have to make my own shit.
No, you can't.
Keep it hid. All right.
Yeah, in your ass.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing. The fuck was
And
that?
this is all I'm going to say about Dolly because I don't know much about Dolly.
I'm
And
out.
I don't speak on
I
what.
don't know Dolly, whatever about that kid. He's gonna start going. That's the same thing Ernie lied about. You're gonna go into the Cajun Navy thing, Ernie. Were you gonna bring that up about you lying, saying I was working with the Cajun Navies and they was Navying and Cajun with me and everything. Shut the fuck up, dude. You don't know. You're frustrating, Ernie. It's frustrating because you're no fun anymore, man. You're no fun. What happened to the fun, Ernie? You're just too strung out. You're too sick. The AIDS got you. It's sad. It's not even fun anymore. It's just too easy, and it's like a pattern. I mean, it's just I don't get too much fun out of this anymore. I used to fucking have fun, and I didn't even do anything with the channel before. Like I made a couple videos for the Eads channel. And I stopped, like I'm a spectator. I like spectating. And plus, it takes me a long time to come out of my shell to feel comfortable enough to even do this. Look, I mean, it's 2 years. I made a couple of videos before, hated it. Like, was just like, yo, what am I doing? I'm an absolute clown. Still feel like that, though. I still feel like, what the fuck am I doing? Who cares what the fuck I got to say? But, you know, it took me a while to even feel comfortable enough to say anything like this. I mean, I, crack jokes and all that kind of shit, whatever. But, Ern, what are you gonna do in jail, huh? What the fuck, Ernie? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Ern? You're not gonna be able to run, and you might not. Anyway, I don't want to. Never mind. I'm not. I just there was a joke there, and I didn't want to. I don't want to say it because it's really. Anyways, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Fuck you, Ernie. Eat a dick.